So, you've got a killer trading idea, but you can't be at your screen 24/7 to trade it. What if you could build a robot to do it for you? Well, today we're diving into MQL5, the language that lets you do exactly that. Turn your trading ideas into fully automated strategies. We're going to walk through the whole journey, right from that initial idea to a battle-tested program.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You see a pattern and think, man, what if a program could just watch for this and trade it for me, even while I'm asleep? That's the exact problem MQL5 solves. It's the bridge between your trading brain and a machine that never gets tired.
So what is MQL5 officially? Well, it's a high-level language, which is just a fancy way of saying it's really powerful but still readable, kind of like C++. But check this out. It's not just for trading robots. You can build your own custom indicators, amazing analytical tools, or even little helper apps to make your life easier.
Okay, so every great automated strategy begins with that one thing, that spark, an idea, a set of rules that you believe gives you an edge in the market. MQL5 is the tool that lets you take that idea out of your head, write it down as code, and unleash it on the financial markets.
And you can build some seriously impressive stuff with it. We're talking way beyond a simple buy when this line crosses that kind of robot. You can invent your own indicators from scratch, build entire dashboards for analysis, or create a utility that sends an alert to your phone when a certain market condition happens. It's a huge sandbox to play in.
Now, to build all these different things, you need a proper toolbox, right? MQL5 is smart about this. It gives you different types of programs, each one perfectly designed for a specific job. Think of it like a workshop. You wouldn't use a sledgehammer to drive a tiny nail. Same idea here. You use the right tool for the right task. So let's take a look at the tools in this workshop. You've got your heavy hitters, expert advisors, and indicators, which are designed to run all the time. Then you have scripts, which are like your hand tools for quick, one-off jobs. Services are for background tasks that don't even need a chart, and libraries are just collections of code you can reuse everywhere. Each one has a very clear role. The Expert Advisor, or EA, is the real star of the show. This is the program that contains all your trading logic. You attach it to a chart, it watches the market tick by tick, and when your rules are met, bam, it sends an order to the server, all without you having to lift a finger. A custom indicator, though, is the analyst. It crunches all the numbers and draws things on your chart, lines, arrows, you name it. But here's the key. It can't place trades. Its job is just to provide signals and information. An expert advisor can then read that information from your indicator to make its decisions. So if the indicator is the brain, the EA is the hands. And finally, scripts. Think of a script as a simple macro. You double-click it, it does one thing from start to finish, and then it's done. It's absolutely perfect for tasks like closing all your open trades at once, or cleaning all the drawings off a chart, or printing a quick report. Simple, fast, and on demand. So, we have the right tools, but how does a program know when to do anything? This is where we get to the core of how MQL5 works. It's built around something called an event-driven engine. This concept is literally the heartbeat of every single MQL5 program. It's a really fundamental question, you know? Your expert advisor can't just be in a frantic loop checking the price a million times a second. That would be incredibly inefficient. Instead, it's much smarter. It just sits there quietly and waits for the trading platform to tell it that something important just happened. The way it works is super elegant. First, some event happens, like a new price tick comes in or an order gets filled. Second, the terminal sees this event. Third, the terminal looks inside your code for the specific function designed to handle that exact event, and it runs it. So your program isn't constantly asking, is anything new yet? It just waits to be told what's new. And these special functions are called event handlers. OnInit runs just once, right at the beginning, perfect for setup. OnTick is the main workhorse for most EAs. It fires off every single time the price changes. OnTrade gets triggered whenever a trade happens. And OnTimer is cool because you can set a schedule, like run this code every 5 seconds. You just pop your logic into the right handler, and MQL5 does the rest. And this whole event model isn't just for market data. Look at this. It's a custom panel with buttons. When a user clicks one of those buttons, guess what? That creates an event. Your code can have a handler that listens for that click and reacts to it. This lets you build some really complex and interactive tools right on your chart. Okay, so you've coded your idea, you've used the right program type, you've structured it with event handlers. You're ready to make millions, right? Not so fast. Now comes what is arguably the most critical phase of all, running your strategy through the gauntlet, the strategy tester.
This step is completely non-negotiable. Seriously, backtesting lets you see how your strategy would have performed over years of past market data. It's your lab. It's where you find the flaws, prove your theories, and build confidence before a single real dollar is on the line. And the built-in strategy tester is an incredibly powerful tool for this. So how do you tweak your strategy without having to rewrite your code every 5 minutes? The magic is in something called input variables. Just by adding the word input in front of a variable in your code, like your moving average setting, you make it accessible from the outside. It basically becomes a setting you can play with in the strategy tester. And this is what that looks like in practice. See this Inputs tab in the tester? Every parameter you see there corresponds directly to an input variable that you defined in your code. This creates this awesome, seamless link that lets you test thousands of different combinations of settings without ever touching the source code again. And for all you power users out there, MQL5 gives you even more control with special event handlers just for the strategy tester. For example, using the onTester function, you can create your own custom optimization criterion. So instead of just optimizing for profit, you could tell the tester to find the settings that give you the best risk-to-reward ratio. You get to define what best really means for your strategy. And there you have it, the entire journey from a simple idea to a fully tested, automated strategy. You have the toolbox of program types, the event-driven engine that acts as the heartbeat, and the testing ground to prove it all works. The only thing missing now is your idea. So what are you going to build first?